gentlemen, welcome to the finals of the EPW World Championship Tournament here in EPW Broken Glory live at Madison Square Garden. This is the finals of the World Championship Tournament. Since the beginning of September all the way to now, all of this has been leading up to the penultimate match for the inaugural EPW World Champion. There have been highs and there have certainly been a lot of lows, especially for me. But tonight, it has all been worth it. As we start, the entrances for the first competitor, first man to win the first match in EPW history, the Spider, who beat Stephen Ace and the Kamikaze Kid in a triple threat qualifier match in the first round of the tournament. He also tag teamed with Austin Legend twice. He was able to win one match, win another. He is currently 2-1. Spider looking out into the crowd, certainly knows the high stakes of this match. They're putting up the X that has become basically infamous with him and his character. Spider certainly probably the most vicious and aggressive out of the bunch in this match. Certainly showing the least real amount of crowd fare. Doesn't really care what the fans think, and he just cares about winning gold, and tonight is his first chance at doing so. And here's the second man to qualify for the tournament. The Spider's former tag team partner as of not only last night, but a few weeks ago. It was Austin Legend. Austin Legend who beat El Diablo and El Angel de Puebla in the second first-round match. Again, he was also a tag team partner of the Spider when they took on Mathew and Jody Ray a few weeks ago. They would lose that match, but they avenged it last night against the other two competitors in this match, El Diablo and Mathew James. Austin Legend have already sung his praises as well, the most experienced competitor on the roster. Definitely more of a striker, probably going to be the most rule-abiding in this match, but the thing is, there are no rules. It's fatal four-way, no countouts, no disqualifications. The only way to win is by pinfall or submission. It is one fall to a finish. First man to put shoulders to the mat will become the new and inaugural world champion. The Austin Legend there, you see Spider just shaking his head in disapproval. And Austin Legend trying to get this crowd behind him, certainly. He's got the confidence in himself, thinking that he'll win this match. I asked him before this match, he said it is his God-given right to win this match, to be the inaugural EPW World Champion. And tonight is his first chance to prove that he belongs to the top of the mountain. And here's the third man to win. The third, and what was initially the final qualifier match for this tournament. Mathew James. You can see there's a lot of blue smoke. And again, the nameplate still doesn't know when to show up properly. But there he is, dripped out in what I can only assume is design equipment is probably way above how much I get paid. Mathew James, who defeated the Brown Bag Championship Wrestling representative Antihero and Maui Uso in the third triple threat first round match, which was initially supposed to be the end of it. But there would be another match for a qualifier, the last chance qualifier, that happened this Tuesday, which was won by the last man in this match, El Diablo. So you see Mathew James got a lot of swagger, a lot of sass. And again, not again. He did this last time, and yep, he's knocking over our cameraman. And yep, left hand again. Mathew James certainly with the confidence factor. It wasn't really that big of a threat in the tag team match last night. He certainly didn't make the biggest impact in that match, but probably because he was conserving his energy, trying to make sure he was ready for this match. But who knows if that'll be to his own detriment or not. And here is the final competitor, the man who won the last chance qualifier match against Stephen Ace and Maui Uso. El Diablo dripped out in the skulls and obvious lucha libre fashion that we've seen many famous luchadors wear, as El Diablo jumping right into the ring. Looking out into the crowd again, just like Austin Legend, trying to get the fans behind him, trying to get that crowd fare. I mean, he's certainly going to need it if he has a shot at being the inaugural world champion. And there is the title that has been vacant for all this time. The winner will get to wear that around their waist, put it over their shoulder, hold it high above their head, whichever way they want to celebrate. With all four men getting ready, Mathew James still wearing sunglasses in the ring. Not sure if that's going to be a good thing or not. As referee Derek Nelson rings the bell, and here we go. This is going to be certainly a hard match to call, as Austin Legend can get a nasty kick to the face of Diablo, and into the knees and springboard moonsault. And now Mathew James with a giant crossbody into the spider. This is going to be a chaotic and hectic match, as Austin targeting the legs of El Diablo, certainly smart. Mathew James just kicking around the spider now, looking for a pullback neck breaker. Austin Legend now turning his attention to, well, I thought he was going after Mathew James, now he's going after his former tag partner, as El Diablo hits a rocket kick onto Mathew James. Big knee by Austin, didn't take down Diablo, as Mathew James now with the chops and the kicks. Big knee strike, and a knee strike from Austin Legend to the spider. Big super kick to El Diablo. All four of these men met in tag team contests last night. The Spider and Austin Legend were able to get the win that night, or during that match. Had an altercation after the match, though, as they were just trying to one-up each other. Austin going out of the ring. Now Mathew James interrupting the Spider as he's taking out El Diablo. Not sure how smart that would be. And now, he's targeting the leg. You know the Spider has normally wears a knee brace. He hasn't been wearing it for the past few matches. But Mathew James went for a springboard double foot stomp, as Austin Legend has a lead pipe outside the ring. The Spider with a leapfrog and a big uppercut. As El Diablo just throwing up Austin across the ringside area count. And no, Austin just running into the referee and now running into the Spider with a big boot to the face and a springboard moonsault, nobody home. El Diablo now looking to use that lead pipe. As now Austin looking for a powerbomb on El Diablo, and the Spider looking for a powerbomb on Mathew James. The tag team offense coming into play in this match. El Diablo some face first into the turnbuckle, Mathew James center of the ropes. As the Spider and Austin Legend now going at it. Big kick right into the back of the face. Back of the face, and back of the leg hitting the face. As El Diablo now looking for a power bomb. Oh my God, knee right into the, I don't even know what to say that was, the lower spine. Austin Legend able to hit a kip up though. Legend thrown into the corner, or thrown into the ropes. Leapfrog, another leapfrog. And El Diablo looking for a tombstone. No, just into a flatliner. There's now Mathew James with the kicks of the Spider and a big forearm. I think Spider might be busted open. There's El Diablo now grabbing the steel chair. We're going to go after Mathew. And no, I thought he was just about to crack him over the skull with the chair. There's El Diablo taken down with an emerald explosion. Mathew James now going after the Spider. Spider with the right jabs. Austin having a baseball bat with barbed wire on it. Big barbed wire baseball bat shot for El Diablo. And now Mathew James taken down with an overhead exploder. El Diablo set up for another powerbomb. Spider throwing Mathew James across the ringside area into the steps. Powerbomb with the apron. Oh! Austin just swinging El Diablo into the LED ring post. Oh! The modified Spider cutter to the Spider. This match, there's so much happening I can't even keep up. Well, Diablo got thrown into the ring post and just got up like it was nothing. Mathew James imitating the Spider's own moves, and now we're looking at a lighting rig. Now Diablo, massive slap right across the face of Austin Legend. And now victory roll mushroom stomp. As now the Spider just nailed the powerbomb into a Samoan drop. All four of these men on opposite sides of the arena. Our camera operator is certainly having a hard time keeping track of the action. Hurricane run on Austin Legend. El Diablo and now El Diablo and Austin Legend still fighting. Mathew James with a super kick to the Spider. Hopefully these men all get closer to each other, so that way not only is there more of a match, but also so our cameraman can have a better job at trying to catch all the action. As El Diablo just thrown across the ringside area, now Spider thrown across the ringside area. El Diablo with the kicks and rights and chops. Big super kick takes down Legend. Now El Diablo has that barbed wire baseball bat right into the arm, and he just threw it at the Spider. Now Mathew James with a trash can. Trying to throw Diablo into it, no, and it backfires. This match has already proven to be brutal. It's already proven to be very, very, very entertaining. And a chair just got thrown at Austin Legend by the Spider. El Diablo thrown almost into the steel steps. by Mathew James, and he's able to do a kip up. And now, wait a minute. Oh, Kimura. A Kimura lock. I mean, it's not going to win the match due to it being at ringside, but it's smart. Trying to weaken the arms, maybe not able to perform springboard moves as efficiently. There's also Legend and the Spider now back in the ring. Mathew James and El Diablo just being thrown in the ring. Big knee strike to Legend into a police and Rana by the Spider. James now throwing the Spider into the ropes. Duck under. Half Nelson suplex into a cover. 1, 2, and no. El Diablo right there to break it up. Big shot to the throat, I believe. And now, the rolling cutter onto the table legs. Those steel table legs, and also Legend into the steel, but no, James right there. And the Spider just giving the ceilings on the rest of the competitors in this match at ringside. And now, big forearm. Now, also, and again, thrown repeatedly into the table legs. And that table has solid steel. And now, El Diablo went for a springboard, landing into both Mathew James and the Spider, and now a Mexican Destroyer onto the table. By El Diablo into a cover. 1, 2. Spider not breaking it up, but no, Mathew James able to kick out. El Diablo throwing the Spider into the corner. Oh, no, throwing him into the referee, Derek Nelson. Big sliding knee strike. El Diablo looking to take control, and Austin Legend just grabbing a trash can lid. Big knee to the face of the Spider. And the Spider is busted open earlier in the match. El Diablo calling the Spider to his feet, maybe looking for a springboard move. Drop kick knocks him down. Now Mathew James looking for a powerbomb to Austin at ringside. Right into the knees. As El Diablo setting up a table. And another Mexican Destroyer this time to the Spider. Mathew James on the left side of the screen, still focused on Austin. 1, 2, and no. Spider just able to kick out. El Diablo can't believe it. And now a big super kick by Mathew James. I think Mathew just realizing that he's fingertips away from losing the title. Well, for losing a shot at being the first one to hold the title. I'm losing my words. And now Austin grabbing the steel steps. Big knee right into the back of Matt. And now El Diablo victory roll into the super kick. Cover again, the referee. Derek Nelson wanted to affirm that there is a clear winner, but no, Mathew James able to break it up. Derek Nelson, I think, wanted to make sure the shoulders were on the mat, wanted to make sure there is a definitive winner, no bullshit, and big lariat to El Diablo, the Spider with a GTS. Whether it's showing camaraderie or just showing cockiness, stealing the move of Stephen Ace. And now the Spider with a moonsault, nobody home. And Mathew James now with a steel chair, looking to use it against El Diablo, nobody home. Austin, springboard roundhouse to the Spider. El Diablo taking out Mathew James, throwing him into the barricade. Now Austin with the steel steps, just throwing it right into the ribs of the Spider. That's certainly going to slow you down for the rest of the match. El Diablo, steel steps right into the face of Mathew James. And now El Diablo diving in a mat. But I think he might have hurt himself. Also Legend into the cover. 1, 2, no, not even 2. There's El Diablo now with another Mexican Destroyer to the Spider. You see his blood splattering on the mat cover again. 1, 2, and no. Spider able to take out Austin Legend. I think he's just there for the kick out. Big knee to the face of Mathew James. El Diablo now looking to target the leg, and again, that is normally the leg that is covered up by a brace. El Diablo with another rocket kick, just busting open Austin Legend. Now El Diablo again sizing up the Spider, stepping through into the ring. Spider went for a right hand. El Diablo got nothing. El Diablo went for a running, maybe elbow, but the Spider reversed. Big right hands, big chop, sending him out in the corner. Diving double axe hand with Austin Legend, the Spider. We saw this. Look at the blood splattering all over the Spider's face and chest. We saw this last night. Spider looking for it again here. Top rope avalanche Spider cutter. Austin Legend, I think, is too worried with Mathew James. He doesn't realize there's a pinfall going on. 1, 2, Legend back in the ring, but no. El Diablo just able to kick out. And now Austin Legend, ripcord knee, revolution knee. El Diablo go right there. 1, 2, and both men, Mathew James and El Diablo breaking up the pinfalls. El Diablo just throwing himself at Legend. And now Mathew James is in the corner. Big knee to El Diablo into a nasty scorpion kick to the back of the head of El Diablo. Mathew James with the spider on his shoulders. Oh, and another spider cutter. The spider. Mathew James stealing the spider's move 2 times in a row. And a nasty sliding knee strike into the face of the spider. El Diablo now just taking right hands from Austin Legend. Mathew James setting up a table. Oh, what the fuck? Mathew James with a table that's lit on fire. Oh, no. Oh! Spider's on face first into a flaming table. Oh, and now Austin and El Diablo battling outside the ring with a barbed wire bat. Mathew James again with that rolling cutter. That might be it. Cover. Austin Legend a little bit slow to get in the ring. 1, 2, and no. Austin able to break it up. And Austin Legend maybe looking to throw Mathew James into the table that was on fire that he set up and a kick to the back. That table certainly, whoever goes through it is not going to be able to win the match. I can tell you that much. And now Austin went to throw out Mathew through the table. Matt was just able to stop himself. El Diablo thrown into the corner. And what does the spider think he's got? Wait a minute. Call on to Austin Legend through the table. And the spider and El Diablo. No! Superplex to ringside. Under the barbed wire bat to El Diablo. El Diablo might be out of this match. Austin Legend is somehow back up after taking a powerbomb through a flaming table. And just slamming Mathew James' face into the apron. Now going after the spider. Throwing him across the ringside. How is El Diablo on his feet? How is El Diablo standing? Now Mathew James taken down by Austin Legend. Austin now going after El Diablo, but he was able to counter. Now the spider with the trash can lid. Right into the back of Mathew. Austin thrown into the ring. El Diablo going after the spider. Looking for, twisting back suplex into a powerbomb. The ring and ringside area is covered in blood. All 4 of these men, I don't know about El Diablo, maybe he's not, but everybody else is bloodied up. Mathew James now looking for maybe a powerbomb on Austin. Legend able to get out of it. El Diablo looking to go after the leg of the spider, and again, this is smart. Revolution knee. Austin might have this one. El Diablo still at ringside. 1, 2, and no. El Diablo just a little bit too close for comfort. And now Austin on a pin on El Diablo. 1, and the spider breaking it up. All 4 of these men putting their bodies on the line to be the inaugural EPW World Champion. As now, almost like a modified GTS to Austin, poison around with El Diablo. Diablo though just right back, able to just roll out of the ring and now going after James. Spider going after El Diablo though. Look at this, just picking him up and putting him down. Running super kick again from Mathew James to Austin. Spider now rolling in the ring. Just getting out of the ring. This is more mind games by the Spider on El Diablo. The steel steps have been taken down, running shoulder tackle to El Diablo. And the Spider now just flexing over Mathew James. I think they're both trying to figure out how to get to each other. Austin Legend, though, going after the shoulder of Matt. El Diablo thrown across ringside. And a backdrop suplex on the floor to Mathew James by Austin Legend. Spider just with right hands El Diablo. I think El Diablo now busted open. Austin went for a chair. Ate a running knee. Mathew James getting in the ring. And maybe this is smart. Maybe Mathew James is going to stay in the ring, wait for somebody to get in. Spider putting steel steps in the ring. Getting in the ring now himself. Mathew throwing the Spider into the ropes. I think he might have landed throat first. Cover. Austin, 2 focus on El Diablo. 1, 2, and that's 3. Mathew James is the inaugural EPW World Heavyweight Champion. Austin Legend 2 focus on El Diablo at ringside. Didn't notice the Spider being pinned as Mathew James has won the inaugural EPW World Championship. What a match. All 4 of these men putting their bodies on the line, throwing weapons at each other, throwing their bodies at each other. As we see El Diablo hitting that victory roll super kick on Austin Legend. And the amount of pinfall breakups that there were. was crazy. The Spider took, I think, about like 4 Mexican destroyers, courtesy of El Diablo. I really thought El Diablo had it in the bag after he was able to just recover from an outside suplex to ringside, just like it was nothing. And I mean, there you can see him targeting the leg. Austin Legend with that ripcord knee. This is where he almost had it, with the Spider getting thrown throat first into the ropes. Austin Legend being too distracted with El Diablo would give Mathew James the name of EPW World Champion. This is just a short sight of what is to come in EPW. Mathew James holding that title very proudly. Or maybe not. Maybe he's just looking like he deserves it. He should have had it from the beginning. He has silenced all the doubters, especially from the last match, as Mathew James has now earned the title of first ever EPW World Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been your host for this evening here at EPW Broken Glory. Thank you for watching. We will see you all Tuesday. Have a good rest of your night.